Okay, so I am hoping that this records completely. I haven't had the greatest luck today with my uploads. Thank you, Mark Retrograde. You stink. All right, so I'm going to be trying to do a preliminary look at Rylan Cotter's case. I may not be saying her first name correctly, and I apologize. I'm not familiar with her case. It was a disputed case of whether or not she committed suicide or homicide, or whether I should rephrase that whether or not she was a victim of a homicide or if her death was a suicide. And all I know, it's bizarre. I didn't want to read too much into it, but it has to do with some sort of like an electrical pole. So I just thought, you know what? Safe to say it's a strange death. I can check up more on that later. I want to get to the reading. So, just to understand what this basic situation was. I hope this is still recording. All right, anyway, looks like it. So I want to read on Rylan Cotter. And I'm asking the Most High if her death was homicide or suicide. This deck, don't blow my stuff, wind, is the Illusori deck. Get it off of Etsy. Okay. So again, just very quickly, I want to ground kind of with the question of Rylan Cotter, not Carter, Cotter, sorry, and her death, suicide or homicide? All right. That is so noisy here. Okay. The first card is the Seven of Cups. So this is making me feel like we are dealing with somebody that's suffering from delusions and mental illness for sure, and likely substance can be also part of the pictures. And often many people self-medicate. That's not anything new. But the Seven of Cups card is a card that speaks about kind of that dreamy edge, and it can be through actual, organic mental illness, or it can be induced through drugs or, lack of sleep, whatever. It's an altered mental state, and it's not grounded. Okay, it's very loose. It also is just way open, way open. So I'm feeling, in addition to, and I don't know a damn thing about Rylan, I don't, but I'm feeling that the card is making me feel that very sensitive individual, one prone to perhaps fantasy or dreaming, or a fantasy life, daydream, may not always be truthful, lives in a dream world kind of feeling. And she was undergoing some kind of change. These are extremes. I think it was a wave of of perhaps instability, definitely with the Two of Pentacles, and I think organically she was, I think, at that time enduring some sort of break. You can see that with the wave, the way something breaks and it pushes something up the other way. It's changes that are extreme, and it's intense. And I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she had a tendency toward hallucinations or auditory or visual, but it would be that kind of mindset. Seven of Wands. This is based on her sense of standing up for herself, trying to defend herself, and resisting with the Seven of Wands somebody else's attempt or others' attempts. And here we have a broken heart, and it shows that at the time I'm feeling like Rylan was really depressed. Really, there was a great deal of hurt, it shows here with Three of Swords, and this also indicates sickness. So I'm going to say that definitely there's something mental going on, but it doesn't mean that she necessarily killed herself. So we want to just look, because often these people are the most vulnerable. So I see heartbreak and a possible end of a relationship that could have pushed her into this space, or a loss, a separation from someone through illness or divorce or breakup. Oh, thank you. Needed your motorbike to be louder. Ugh. Okay, and it shows a radical change, and it shows death. Well, she may have been, it looks like she was really focusing on an ending or making a radical change. That would be like a rebirth. And maybe that's what she thought. I can't say. But these are the cards I'm getting. And there is something here about being able, it is about a new form of strength and being able to endure and live through highly transformative, near-death-like experiences. What the heck? I'm not real sure, but we are dealing with somebody that it's showing me doesn't have good mental clarity. There's a lack of stability here, and there's a lack of being able to, I feel like, it's a struggle, and it's who's going to be in control of her head. There was a lot she didn't tell people. I keep getting, like, if you can see the picture, they're like up around the temples. I'm feeling like, I don't know anything, like I said, about Rylan, but I'm getting that it was more than depression, which is hard enough, but I think there's hallucinatory, auditory problems, and there is definitely an issue with mental health, and being able to be coherent or in a is a struggle for her at this moment. It shows. And so we're getting shown that it was a real tug of war, and who was going to come out with this one way or another, survive it or not. The Two of Cups. I'm feeling like this is very much a relationship-oriented death. Very much with the Two of Cups. There's somebody that she's connected to, was connected to in a love relationship, in a, and I don't know if they cheated. That's possible here with 3. But I'm feeling like that relationship was over and she knew it and she didn't maybe want to admit that. I don't know, or a close relationship of some kind with another person that's in her environment. And in her hopes and fears is the Hierophant. I don't know if she was wanting to get married, or if she may have even, I don't know, had goals to become a teacher, or it just looks to me like there was a desire for, I think, basic rules to be followed, maybe rules in a relationship that she was in that was not going well. And quite possibly this could be the hope for marriage or an official kind of relationship with that Two of Cups in there. But the end result was the Six of Pentacles, and that is that she needed outside help. I'm getting the sense of somebody very actually mentally ill. And the Two of Cups, there's some kind of relationship that she was involved in. And I don't think it did her any good. I think it broke her heart, and this person treated her without regard in some fashion. And I don't know if she ended up doing this herself, because this looks like somebody's feeling pretty sad here. But I'm concerned with, in the environment, when I see the Two of Cups, and I've got 2 Pentacles here, you know, it just makes me feel like there's another person in this picture. It's sunny at the coast, so that means somebody's out there on the beach probably needing help. That's what you're hearing. So take a moment to say a prayer for them. Whoever be in need, receive the help and the care they are in need of. Amen. People get out there on these days and they forget out that there's rip currents out there. So 6 of Pentacles, you know, this is needing help. And this is where you need outside help. It's just like, and whatever she got, I don't think it was quite enough. If she did get some, it just doesn't feel like it was going to help her through something. Unless somebody gained materially from her death. Somebody is greedy here with 4 Pentacles. There's there's an issue again of control. Maybe she was in a controlling relationship. I'm not sure. But I'm being made to feel somebody that's very controlling, very tight about everything. And this feels tight a bit too. Like if they were going to ask you out, they'd make you pay half or something. But in my opinion, if someone asks you out, they're asking you out. And especially if it's a romantic thing, unless you agree to go Dutch. I mean, that's different. But this shows to me somebody who, in connection to her, was a miser in what they gave to her, or what they allowed her to have. Very controlling. I don't know how that figures in the story. I'm really going to be interested to read on her backstory. This is disconnection. Disconnection from reality and disconnection from what's going on around one. And not, it's kind of losing caring and letting go. And and there's a sense of abandonment there can be here, or wanting or needing to abandon a way of living that no longer suits you. So I wonder if I'm kind of just getting an issue with a relationship of control with someone. And there's a problem. And held account for one's actions. Knight of Cups. I really feel like this is somebody that she was in a relationship with. Somebody that was a romantic interest. There's some connection this way. I get more the feeling that she was more enduring and not going to be one that would like end their life, but I could be wrong. So it shows that she was feeling heartbroken, betrayed. And I think wanting to hang on, or someone's wanting, it's just like it feels like a really a sick codependent relationship. But with the level of control being played back and forth, it's extremely unhealthy. And I think she ends up just kind of disconnecting, not caring. Or this most certainly could be her significant other, who I think she was in a love interest with, could have left her, could have abandoned her, and pretty coldly. It would indicate with that Four of Cups, like without, like they really did not care. They would be moving on. And she feels this is a sense of, I trusted that person. This was somebody that was supposed to care about me. And it would be somebody that would be her peer group. Up to the age of possibly around 35 with the Knight. Well, she definitely found that situation with them oppressive and futile. She felt like they were a bully. She was being bullied and controlled by a male. Well, we get the Chariot, and we get the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like this is a woman that is moving or moved. I don't know if this is Rylan or someone else, but I'm sensing a person that is moving in a vehicle, and maybe even with that Chariot, moving location. And I'm not quite sure how that all fits in there, but I'm just going to throw that out there. And I'll read up about the case after I upload this. The Hangman. And the Five of Pentacles. She was, I'm feeling like she was on the outside looking in with society at the time of her passing. And there's a need to look at this situation a bit differently than you would typically, is what the Hangman is saying. You know, not so fast. It also indicates to me that she had a lot of worry going on and anxiety about her well-being, and she may have been saying that someone was going to harm her, or making the, you know, people may not have acted on that. There was, it can indicate too some kind of a delay that made her circumstances more difficult as well, as far as accommodation, and with that Five of Pentacles, rent, money. I just sense like she had a lot going on in her head and a lot of stress. I think it was affecting, with that Five of Pentacles, definitely self-esteem and one's trust in one's ability to come out of this situation, be able to help one's own self out. This is where you need to ask for help, and I don't see her being able to ask for help. I don't know. I see a Queen of Wands here with the Nine of Pentacles, and I see a woman that ends up with a lot to gain on her own. Independently, she has amassed something, or an estate. I'm not sure. Definitely Nine of Pentacles around a female. There's definitely connection to well-being, and this, I don't know why they're pointing out a woman to me that's got money, but I am being shown that. It could be somebody that's taking action in her case, wants to take action in her case, or did. This looks like there's something about getting yourself stuck in a relationship, stuck in a rut, just stuck. And it can be where someone also abducts you. Yeah, I think that's it. There's something here that was against her will in the Tower, and it happened suddenly, and quickly, suddenly. She wasn't expecting it. But I think she was not able to, it looks to me like she wasn't wanting whatever was going to transpire here. I feel like she was wanting to stay back. This is a barriers, you know, this is wanting to, feeling safe in a, I don't know, and then this Tower, you know, not wanting to be stuck where they were and how they were. Knight of Wands, intensity. This is very fiery. And I know there was some kind of mention made of a power line or pole or something. That's all I know. I was like, I don't want to know anymore, so I stopped reading. But maybe that's what this is. If she got hit with electricity. Eight of Wands. It just feels like she's giving me the sense of something intense, sudden, and overpowering. She could do nothing about it. And I'm getting that with the Queen of Cups card, the receptivity, and with the Tower, and with intensity and swiftness. It's just greater than her. Some force greater than herself. and there's manipulation. There's communication. Somebody's communicating and manipulating, I think, trying to, with the Three of Wands, get ahead of something, get something out there, be in control of what I feel like news is released, or information, or the narrative. There's somebody hinky in this, for sure. And it feels to me relationship oriented. 9 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. A loss of happiness. Just, this is something that she had great hope, a sense of hope for. And she's indicating there's more than one person that knows about this. And there might be that one of them, somebody who's overheard something important, or might have a detail that they don't, may come forward here. I feel like this is one of the 3 here. And I feel like whoever she was in a relationship with, or had this going on with, they could have had someone help them with regard to her. And there might be evidence. This could indicate evidence. The 2 of Swords could show a decision, like a reconsideration. And yeah, this could get looked at again under a new light. Her case. Because this is, to me, looking back over details, the timeline, in a very what is the word? Methodical manner. And so you're having to change things a little bit, because you're much more mindful over the details. There's a King of Pentacles here. And then it'll be very clear, at least 2, a King of Pentacles, or they will have what they need, maybe to pursue this or change this case, I think. Or to identify someone. There's clarity here. And there's an abundance of clarity. I feel like their mother figure will come as she won't be expecting it. And I feel like with wholeness in the world, her case may eventually get solved and figured out. I really do feel that. And it's about the combination of details, and I think that what she's indicating is they'll have all what they need. They just have to sort it in the right combinations. Often that's the case with the Temperance. It is not one extreme story or another, but it is the middle road. All right, so that is my reading for Rylan Cotter. And if you appreciate this content, please check my channel out on YouTube as well. Of course, this will also be uploaded to YouTube. So just make sure you're subscribed, and please like, and make sure you hit the notifications. Thank you so much.